It's half marathon season. Okay, so it's October, which is off season for triathletes because open water gets too cold, the roads get too icy for cycling. So what do? Instead? We run. So off season is basically winter wherever you are in the world. And so winter is basically running and duathlons if you are so inclined. I'm not, but running, I'm always here for running. Running is my favourite, so I love off season. Half marathons are like my favourite. So I have a half marathon tomorrow. I have done a half marathon this year already, but this is like my first one in off season, winter. It's the first of hopefully many, since it's running season and people are either going to be doing half marathons or getting ready for them, like full marathons, 10Ks, whatever. It's just running season. Let's just embrace running season. I thought I would just, take you with sort of like how I get ready for it and with some tips and advice I might have. I've done quite a few half marathons now. As I said, they're like my favourite. I generally just like half distances. What does that say about me? I like half Ironman, I like half marathons. So as you can see, I made myself a lovely tea this morning. If you've seen any of my other race videos, you know in the week or weeks, depending on the race, leading up to a race, I cut out coffee. So I don't have caffeine. I do that just so that then when I have caffeine on race morning, it really hits me, I really feel it, and it makes like a big difference. So no caffeine. And my other tip sort of with that, I would say, is like definitely at least the day before, make sure you are hydrated, because hydration plays such an important role, I think, in performance that people don't notice. So I always try and drink, I mean I drink loads of water in my normal life anyway, but like the day before a race, I really make sure I'm on my water consumption. Like I have a water bottle every single where I go. Everywhere I go, I always make sure I have water with me. Like don't overhydrate, like that's a problem as well, but just make sure you have lots. Especially if you're in a hot place and you're eating lots of salty foods like the day before, you don't want to like dehydrate yourself as well. So just make sure you have lots of water. And the other thing I sort of have done in the week leading up, reduce my strength training. So like when I'm in the gym, either reduce the time, or I'll generally only do like body weight stuff. Like I won't be lifting weights. I normally do 3 sessions a week. I've only done 2, and one of those was pure body weight, mainly focused on the core, so that my legs are not destroyed. That's what I have been doing like this week. Today's Saturday, the race is Sunday, tomorrow. You just saw me do some strides to sort of get your body into a faster pace mode rather than, I don't want to just jog around. I want my brain to remember that I can run fast. So I just did that. I don't know if you can hear it either, but like I've had this cold for like I think over a week now, and it's really annoying me because I was really hoping it was going to have cleared up before this weekend, but it's kind of lingering. But it's at least on its like the outward stage, so it should be totally fine. It's just irritating because I'm all gooey. No one wants to be running gooey. That's gross. Sorry, there's a lot of information there for you. I'm really not sure about this weather either, because it was really cold running this morning, but it's kind of getting sunny, and it says it could be highs of like 17 tomorrow, so I don't know what to wear. It is gonna be like 13 degrees. So I was gonna wear like 3/4 lengths, like cropped leggings, but now I'm thinking I might wear shorts. I just don't know. Okay, so it's down to my Nike crops, or these are like the longest shorts I own. They are pretty comfortable, but I've never raced in them before. And then, I don't know, I'll either wear a black or a pink t-shirt. Because this is slightly thicker, whereas this is more like got holes in it. Oh, this is the one problem with racing in off-season, because the weather's weird. Right, so I think I have decided I'm gonna wear this, and I may get cold. These are the shoes I'm going to be running in tomorrow. They're super dirty because I run in them all the time because I absolutely love them. They're the Pegasus, I think they're the 37s. They're not even the new ones that are out, but I love how they feel, and I just seem to run faster in them, and they're just so comfortable. They were a really gorgeous colour. They're now just dull, and they still do their job. So I love them, and I will be wearing these. Another thing I recommend, like if you can, is to recce the course, especially if it's a hilly course, because like if it's flat it doesn't make much difference, but if it's got hills in it, it's quite good to know
where the hills are, mainly because you might want to plan your nutrition around it, or just to make sure you've got like energy, that you save a little bit of something for it. But I mean, it's not a big deal if you can't, you know, you've got to run that far, and hopefully you've done that in training. I've done this course before, so I'm not that worried, but my friend is doing it with me and she hasn't, so I said I would take her around. So I'm just gonna go and meet her now, and we're just gonna go drive the route real quick. It's about 3 p.m, so I'm just gonna go fill my water bottle up before I go. Gotta take my water bottle, stay hydrated. I actually broke my water bottle the other day, which was really sad, but I've got my really cool Ironborn, is this upside down to you or just me? Whatever, from the 255, which I did in the summer, which was awesome. So, silver lining, I will use this. I'm just waiting for Gabby to turn up. We were actually gonna ride this route yesterday on our bikes, but we didn't. So then Gabby suggested we ride it now, and I was like, it's a bit close to race day for me, to be honest, to be smashing it around a half marathon route on my bike, because we haven't got a lot of time, so it would have been like a sprint on our bike. So we're just gonna drive it, which is less environmentally friendly, but needs must. I realised I just said race. Technically it's a race, but like I'm not treating it as a race. I'm doing it for fun. Obviously I will try and get a good time, but it's not flat, so it won't be a PB, and I'm not training for anything, so it will just be for fun. But I'm just calling it a race because I want to do my best still. I always want to do my best. If you don't, why are you doing it? We're also on Gabby time right now, which means everything runs about 10 minutes behind schedule. I love her dearly. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for her. It's actually quite handy because they emailed the route yesterday, which I haven't properly looked at, and it was a few years ago since I did this, so I'm assuming it's the same route, but I'm just gonna check, and now I have time to check, so it's all working out well. She's worth it anyway. You ready for this? I'm so excited.
Absolutely, yeah.
I love a half marathon. Something else I always do is sit down and actually plan out all my race day timings. So I generally work it backwards. You might have seen me do this before, but I put with like what time the race starts, and then I work back everything I like to do, like how long everything's gonna take me, like getting there, if I have to register beforehand. I put everything in, like when I'm gonna pee, when I'm gonna eat my banana, when I'm gonna have my coffee, like it all goes in. It'll probably never ever stick to those times, but I like to have them written down, so then I know what time I need to leave, like especially if I have to get a train or something that's obviously important. I'm gonna drive tomorrow, so I don't need to worry about that, but I need to know what time I'm leaving, so I need to know what time I need to get up, which then leads me to my next point. Make sure you get a good night's sleep. So if you know what time you're gonna get up, make sure you know what time you have to go to bed. That is where it really starts. It's actually super important if you can get a good night's sleep the day before, so what would have been last night. Because like the day before a race, you're sometimes nervous, or you might have travelled there, so you're not in a great place, you have to get up super early in the morning, you're probably not going to get a good night's sleep the night before a race. But if you have a really good night's sleep the night before, it just kind of, it's like a safety net. I don't know, I always do better if I've had a really good night's sleep the night before. So that is like my secret bonus tip. Yeah, I always get, with running races, it always throws me because like when you do a triathlon, they start at like 6 a.m. So you're up at like 3 in the morning. Tomorrow's race doesn't start till 10. 10? I'm just like, that's halfway through the day. Why? What? And it's really weird because I haven't had to pack anything. Usually I've packed all my transition stuff, but I made sure my bike's okay. I'm just like, I just need some running shoes. Oh, and some nutrition. That's it. So easy. This is why I love running season. This is why. I'm gonna get ready for bed so that I can get my good night's sleep and race tomorrow. I'm so excited. Oh, I really just want to go and smash it. Just you know, you just want to go and just run as hard as possible. I'm so looking forward to it. Maybe I'm a crazy person now, but yes. Because my training has been kind of sporadic the last few months, my aim is to just go, have fun and do the best I can. And then whatever happens, happens. Like I'm not going to aim for a time. I'm just going to aim to have fun and do my best. All I can do. There's no stress. Now I'm going to go to sleep. Happy race day morning. I'm slightly concerned by the greyness of the sky. It looks a lot brighter in the camera than it does in real life. whatever. I'm just gonna have to deal with being cold. I was just grabbing my nutrition because one of my other tips is have a plan for your nutrition. This also comes with kind of if you've recce'd the course, because knowing when you're gonna eat your food is like really important, because you don't want to be like planning to have a gel at 10k if then there's a giant hill or something and it's just gonna mess you up. So it's about knowing your body, it's about knowing the course and knowing what works for you. I always like to have, so I have my breakfast when I get up, I've already done that, and then I have a banana like an hour before the start, and then I'll normally have like a caffeine gel like 10 minutes before I start. That's why I do like triathlon, half marathon, any, like that is just my, I have to do it like that. I don't know why, it works for me. It's like a ritual now, I have to stick to that. But then sometimes I'll just have like one more gel like halfway around on a half marathon. It kind of depends how hard I'm going, what the conditions are like, how I'm feeling. Like I sort of know how I feel. If it was a big important race I would plan it properly, but some people they want more than that, some people want less than that. It's just whatever you know works for you. I don't train with gels anymore because I find them too artificial, but in a race it's like the best way to get that quick shot of energy. So I will caveat, I have a pretty good stomach, like my stomach is faultless. I pretty jinxed it. I'm probably gonna throw up all over the course this today. So yeah, plan your nutrition, know when you're gonna eat it, know when it's gonna work with the course. It also depends how long it's gonna take you to do it, because if it's gonna take you 2 hours, you're probably gonna want at least 2 gels, but then it depends how fast you're going. So yeah, again, it all just depends on you, what you need, what you know you work well with. Practice beforehand. Don't try anything new on race day. Do I look cold? I feel pretty cold. Got my coffee, which is always exciting. Smells so good. So yeah, I'm just gonna head down there now and hope I do not die of coldness. So it's cold, but it's not like running inside screaming freezing cold, so I think I'm gonna be okay. Oh, but another tip that I actually hadn't thought of before but makes a lot of sense. Make sure you have a really good playlist for getting to your event, because if you just get hyped up on the right kind of music, I feel like you're gonna run better. Just have something that works for you. I'm sorry, I'm too hyped, and I've got my coffee now, and that's just gonna make it even worse, so I may have to stop filming. I'm walking over to the start. I've had my coffee and now I don't want my banana, and I don't know what to do because I always have a banana before a race. So I'm like, do I just force it down or do I just not have it? Oh, the dilemmas. Yeah, I had a weird dream last night that I was out riding with friends and I got a puncture and I couldn't find any inner tubes. Even when I'm not racing my bike, I managed to have bad dreams about my bike going wrong. On the other news, it's kind of cold, but I think when I start running it's going to be fine, so we're winning there. You'll have to excuse the atrocity of my hair. That's not the only atrocity of the day. I really wasn't happy with that race, if I'm honest. I know I said I was just going, like, I didn't have a goal or anything, it was just meant to be for fun, but it wasn't fun. Like, the moment I started, it just, immediately I knew I was in trouble because it just, like, it hurt. I don't know, it was like I just didn't have like the ability to run. I don't know, it was just painful the whole way around. I mean, you get these races, it's not like I got injured on it. It was still a pretty decent time. It wasn't a PB, obviously. I did a 1:44, which, to be honest, when I first started running I'd have been so happy with that, so I don't know why I'm complaining. I'm trying not to complain. It's just because it felt so just painful. I've never done a race like it where it's just been hard the whole way around, but not in like a, like, you know, you have a good hard, you know, you're pushing like to get the best out of your performance. I felt like I was just pushing just to take a step. I wasn't running well. It was just one of those races. I mean, you're gonna have bad days, and it was just one of those things. I still got to run a half marathon. I didn't get injured. I did a pretty decent time, so there's a lot of positives there. And I'm gonna go swimming in a bit, thrash out all my annoyances in the pool instead, which is also why I have not bothered to deal with this lovely halo of... With that, I'm gonna leave you in disgrace. I mean, Thanks for watching. Hope you found something useful. Let me know if you want more tips like this, if you want tips on other things. I mean, clearly my tips work great because I did so fantastic. But normally those tips work really well for me. So give them a go. And let me know if you have any, because clearly I need some new ones. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.